Alright, let's begin in plank. Feet together, the hands are shoulder width apart, looking a few inches in front of you. Pressing the heels away from you, and let's lift the right leg up, squeezing the glutes. Second time, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, holding. And let's go over to the other side. Left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, holding. Great. And you can step it back down and going back into downward facing dog, and we're going to step the right foot between the hands, coming up for a high lunge, pressing the left heel away from you, strong legs here, hands back down and switching the legs with a jump, and coming back up, switching the legs. This is a great cardiovascular exercise. Lifting up, staying with your breath, switch jump, coming up, high lunge, exhale, lower down, switch, come up, inhale, exhale, lower down, switch, lift, breathe, move, lift, lower, switch, jump, lift. If you can do 10 of those, that will be great. If you can just do 5, that is awesome. Keep it going, feel the burn. Keep moving. And let's switch to warrior 1. Moving down into a switch jump and coming up into warrior 1 on the left side. And again, lower down, switch jump, and warrior 1 on the right side, sinking deeper into your lunge. And over to the other side. Great. Trying to stay with the breath, trying to keep the breath relaxed as much as you can. Lower down, switch, and come back up. Big breath in, exhale, switch, inhale, coming up, lifting, and let's come back up again, lifting. The chest is open, right side lifting, extending the tailbone down, exhale, inhale, lift, you should feel the cardiovascular effect of this already. The legs are working, the hamstrings are working, the glutes are working, and really making sure that you're paying attention to your alignment. And this was last. Coming back to plank, squeezing the inner thighs towards the midline. So the inner thighs are working, quadriceps are working, core is working, shoulders are relaxed. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and back to chaturanga or a push-up, and back into downward facing dog, lifting the tailbone all the way up towards the sky, dropping the heels down, staying grounded. Keep the hands open, the fingers open. Inhale, right leg comes up, step it between your hands, lower your foot on the floor, come up. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. The hands are reaching away from each other, and let's lower the right hand on the floor, left hand over the head, and making sure the wrist is exactly under the shoulder. Stack the feet together in side plank and step it back into side angle one more time, lengthening This helps to detox the body and rid the body of toxins. Great for skin tone. And back into side plank, lifting the sides, lifting the hips. And one more time, let's step into side angle, opening the entire left side of the body, spinning it open towards the sky. And side plank. Great. Lifting the hips here, keeping the core steady, strong. Great. Back to plank, back to chaturanga. Open the chest, lifting through the sternum. Back to chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Left side. And we have the left side now. Coming into warrior two. The legs are working, side angle. Lifting the right arm over the head. And let's step into side plank. Hips are lifted, inner thighs are working, and just step into side angle. And side plank. Side angle one more time, sink in a little deeper in your lunge. Really try to lengthen the left and the right side of the body here, finding a lot of length, a lot of space. And back to side plank, stacking the feet on top of each other if you feel that this is your level. Otherwise you can step both feet on the floor for more balance. And let's come back to plank, lower down, inhale, open, exhale, back into downward facing dog. Right leg comes up, step it between your hands, warrior two. Vira two. Making sure the right knee is pointing directly forward. And let's lower the right hand on the inside of the right foot. And coming into side plank. And begin to lift your left leg up into start plank, keeping your belly firm. And back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Back to chaturanga and downward facing dog. Prepare for the left side. Inhale, left leg comes up. Let's step it between the hands, opening to warrior two. Lengthening through the sides to lower the left hand on the inside of the left foot, opening the right hip all the way up, spinning it open towards the sky. And let's step into side plank from here. Lifting the right leg up into star side plank. And extending over, back to plank, chaturanga. You can modify your chaturangas with the knees on the floor if you need to, while building strength in the upper body. And back to chaturanga or modified chaturanga, back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice big breaths, complete exhalation, detoxifying breath. And we're gonna jump the feet forward into forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, come up with a straight back, straight spine, lift, and let's step the feet out into a wide stance, preparing for plie squat or horse stance. As you come down into a plie squat, make sure your knees are pointing in the same direction your toes are pointed at. And really make sure to align your knees and your ankles. And begin to lift one leg at a time, one heel at a time, going side to side. This is great for glutes, great for hamstrings, great for lower body. And we're gonna do side to side lunges, coming over to each side and moving directly over to the opposite side. And now hands out. Breathing. And let's step the feet a little closer in, still a little wider than hip width apart. And we're gonna step to the side, lift the opposite leg, step to the side using the glutes to lift the opposite leg. Using the hip muscles here. This is great for strengthening the hip muscles. Lift, great for balancing. Working on the balance, working on the leg strength. Toning the legs. Breathe. Keep the shoulders down and the chest open. And now side to side lunges with floor touch. Touching the floor in front of each foot. Coming up, touch, up. Feel free to do this one more time, this entire routine. And next is the revolving side angle pose. We're gonna stay here just for one breath. And as you exhale, you can come out of it. And back over to the other side, bringing the opposite elbow to knee. Use the lever of your elbow to open the chest here. Keep the shoulders down. And coming back down on the floor, coming to a seated, and let's lay back on our backs. Let's prepare for plow pose. We're gonna bring the legs up and over the head. Awesome idea to add an inversion to any practice, however short your practice may be. It helps with circulation. Calming. Extremely calming for the nervous system. Wiggle the shoulders together, wiggle the elbows together. Relaxing the back of the throat here. To come out, you can grab the back of your knees and roll back and forth a few times, massaging the spine. And next is a beautiful seated twist. We're gonna come into a seated pose, crossing one leg over an extended leg on the floor, and we're gonna bring the opposite elbow to knee. So here I'm bringing my left arm on the outside of the right knee, extending the spine through the crown of the head. Coming out of it and over to the other side. Reaching, opening, lengthening, and then twisting. Relax the shoulders, work with your breath. Exhaling completely before coming out of the pose. And let's bring the legs out for a forward bend. Really pressing your heels and legs into the floor, into the ground. Keeping the legs vibrant and active. And you can either stay here or you can reach side to side. Aligning the shoulders here on top of each other. Namaste.